Alright, welcome back everyone to A Programmer Plays Nier Automata, Episode 2. We are picking up literally just exactly where we left off last time. I actually haven't even stood up. Well, I did stand up, but you know what I mean. Quick technical note, something that I appreciate here. I am able to do stuff outside the game on my PC without the game executable stopping running. Which is phenomenal news for me, just as a, someone on Twitch, trying to stream, trying to record stuff for YouTube. It means that I can take my mouse over to OBS, click start recording, and the game doesn't get all weird about it. It doesn't require focus to run. This, to me, is a huge win. I love when games have this. It drives me up the wall when games only run when they've got focus. So, just such a minor technical note that to me makes a huge difference. So, alright. Let's talk about now just jumping straight into it. We're at this save station, right? Right here. We can orbit around it just by using our control stick. And we've got this interesting little bin die dot thing going on, this halftone pattern. Indicating that we've been here, we've interacted with that save, and so the resolution of the map is good. And we can actually see that elsewhere. Up close to this thing, the map has somewhat okay resolution. We can see this bridge that we walked on earlier. Those are some pretty small voxels. You can see the terrain height difference right there. But then as we zoom out and look at the rest of the map over here, very chunky pixels, which again works diegetically. That works inside the game because 9S just said, hey, the satellite resolution is garbage. It's like, yeah, that's how that would work in real life. Good stuff. So, going on through here, let's try not to anger any more moose. I feel like I'm probably accumulating some bad karma from killing that one moose, but in my defense, he did attack me first. In we go, gonna grab stuff. What we're picking up there, just to explain what I'm doing, those are just raw materials that are used for weapon crafting, upgrade stuff. They're scattered about the map, and will be useful to us later, so grab them whenever we can. There is fishing in this game. Let's not fish just yet. Fishing is like one of the fastest ways to make money, if I remember correctly. We don't need to do that yet, though. As I recall, we are going to be just loaded before we know it. Right. Here we are over here. The resistance base, as indicated by this very dense number of markers on our minimap. And, the area intro. Again, I feel like resistance camp, like you could read it.
So this is the resistance
but it wasn't
camp,
that clear.
huh? We should probably go talk to their leader first thing.
Or, hear me out, interact with this thing. Really like that there's a patch of grass in the middle of it. Even like these little boards delineating it. Nice.
You're number 2.
You know about 2B?
Yes, well, the bunker told me to expect you. My name is Anemone. I'm the leader of the android resistance that controls most of this territory. You must be the new scouts we heard about. Well, I'm sure my people will have plenty of information for you. Please feel free to ask them anything you like.
Again, sort of talking about how having everyone be androids does let the developers sort of hand wave some stuff that maybe doesn't completely work. So looping animations, like characters doing the same motions over and over and over, perfectly logical for an Android. Wouldn't be any different. So we don't know where the enemy will attack from, so we have to keep watch at all times. Oh, you must be with Yorha. I heard about what happened. I deal in weapons, so if you're interested in that type of thing, what kind of weapons? Basically, I rebuild and repair relics from the old world. Although, to be honest, my tools are in pretty sad shape at the moment. But if I get the servicing device in that toolbox up and running, I could start fixing and selling weapons again. Take a look, will you? Looks busted, alright. You know it. And as I bet you can tell, I'm no good at that sort of delicate repair. Something out. You mean it? That'd be a huge help. Looks like the servicing device shorted out. Must have put too much load on it. I'm thinking 4 complex gadgets will be enough to fix it. Any idea where I'd find complex gadgets? Folks say you can find them over in the city ruins, although I also hear the place is crawling with incredibly aggressive machines. Alright, we got ourselves a side quest. Technically a sub-quest, which is a fun distinction. Should we rest a bit? So relaxing to listen to music, don't you agree? Sure. I could tell you were a connoisseur just by looking at you. Here, have this. This is what people used to call a jukebox, a machine that plays music. You can play any song you like on it, as long as you have the necessary records. It's yours to use. Down data 1. Boy, there's a lot here with, because of the way that the music is layered on top of itself. Like sometimes there will be lyrics, sometimes there won't. There's different levels of intensity for actually when you're in combat, when you're out of combat. There's a lot of drilling down that happens with that stuff. Hey, you're with Yorha, right? My mask? It's an electromagnetic wave shielding device. I wear it to limit unnecessary information from the world. Ha, just kidding. What do you want? Are you worried about something or whatever? It's fun talking to you. Goodbye. Oop, wrong button. Welcome, welcome. It's great to get new customers. Some kind of supply trader for the Resistance? You know it. Every item here is handcrafted from abandoned parts and stuff plundered from enemy corpses. So then, to business. What can I get you? Alright. We have so little money. We will get this sachet. You sell plug-in chips? You mean those little doodads that serve as power-ups for your body? Afraid not. I'd love to sell plug-in chips, but I don't have the necessary raw materials. Now, if I happen to get those raw materials, I bet we can do business. But until then, say, now here's an idea. What if you got those materials for me? I've got this bum leg, see? Can't get around myself. Can't you just repair your own leg? You work in a supply trade, after all. If only. Unfortunately, all our parts are dedicated to the war effort. Can't spare any for myself. Personally, I'm hoping you wipe out those machines so I can start dancing again. But until then, will you look at what I need? Yes. Alright. Aw, thanks a million. Okay, so I need 1 broken key, 1 small gear, and 1 broken circuit. You can smash up a few small machines to find them. You can obtain them from enemies in the big open area towards the left when you exit the camp.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
Alright. Side quest time. Sub-quest. I appreciate that this game does actually make a distinction. Like, hey, you're doing this quest as part of this other quest. Access point. The world is filled with cleverly designed access points. Circle icon. Which can be used for the following. Unlocking map info. Unlocking a save area, a white area on the map, which allows you to save your game in the system menu as long as you're close enough to the access point. If you find an access point under attack by enemies, destroy them all to reactivate the terminal. I feel like they used more words there
This must have been
than they
quite a
needed.
city once upon a time. Too bad vegetation's claimed most of it now.
Operator 60 to 2B. It is time for your regularly scheduled contact.
This is 2B. Nothing to report.
Good to hear. Say, how's the weather on Earth today? Good?
It's fine. Does that question have anything to do with our operation?
Not really. I just figured it might feel nice to have some good weather.
Feeling nice has no bearing on completing missions.
That is so like you, 2B. Anyway, talk to you later.
Boy, they're setting up stuff that is going to be relevant so long from now. Don't recall. We good here? No, over here. There you go. Beautiful.
Okay, that's everything the supply trader asked for. Man, these chores are a real pain in the butt, huh?
The Resistance is a valuable ally to your hub. By helping them, we also help ourselves. So no, I don't think they're a pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plant life has claimed most of the central area. Big plants, too.
Report. Records show that vegetation has grown to an abnormal size since the departure of humans.
Wonder if there are any huge boars and such, too.
Come on.
Alert. Access point communications jammed.
Oh, beautiful. Map information increased. We've also got a save point. Beautiful. If we look at our save, you can see that the resolution of this area has already improved from when we last looked at it. I tagged that by accident. No. I'm not totally sure if they intend you to like take the long way around and find some extra stuff in the city in this opening bit. It's probably a case of they don't mind if you do, but they didn't really intend for me to do that. A decent chunk of video game design is like writing that line where, hey, it's fine if the player goes off script, and they kind of have to be allowed to go off script in order for it to feel like a video game and not feel like a movie.
Hypothesis. Jamming caused by enemies in local vicinity.
The way that you can just jump up these is great. And of course, the developer knows their audience. There's definitely players using that as a nice little upskirts moment. Forgot that she does take damage there. Okay, not here. Or not yet here. I should probably use one of my little recovery bits, but eh. We're fine. Well, no, okay, it's starting to annoy me that you're hearing that beep beep beeping, so.
This is the place that weapons trader was talking about. Uh-oh. I'm picking up hostile machine life forms.
Enemies with enough health for it to be worth it. Love it. Alright, that should be it. Yep,
That should be
nice.
enough. Let's get these back to the trader.
Super interesting looking at this area. The things that the developer chose to include and omit here. Alright, back to the town. Yeah, there's definitely some settings I'll need to finagle with off stream later. Try and make this as pretty as we can make it. Alright, bud, here you go. I think this should be enough to fix your broken device. Well, how do you like that? Looks like I'm back in business. Good to hear. You know it. I made these weapons to keep my friends safe, after all. Although, sometimes I wonder, what if my weapons are just making my friends die all the faster? Ah, never mind. Forget I said anything. Anyway, come back in a little while, alright? I should have some new gear for you then. Ah, you found the materials. That's great. Now I can start upgrading and crafting items for you. I imagine you could spare a few of those supplies to fix your leg? Yeah, no. Why don't you tell us what's really going on? See, it's my left leg that's all busted up, and my left leg is the one that's fully original. I've repaired this whole body of mine 100 times over during this war. I've swapped parts in and out so many times I can't even keep track. But this leg, this left leg, never been touched. So if I go and replace that, what happens? I mean, would I even be me anymore? Or would I just... Anyways, it's my own problem. Didn't mean to trouble you with it. I should be getting more inventory soon, so swing by when you can. Ship of Theseus problem! Hey, it's you. Oh, I almost forgot. I still owe you a reward. I wanted to say thanks for helping me get things up and running again, so I whipped up some upgrade materials. Want to try them out? You bet. We'll upgrade you. Nice. And now the next thing we need requires materials that we haven't seen at all. I did kind of just breeze by that. I shouldn't have. Oh well. So we do have other weapons that we can get. These are all pretty heavy weapons, like two-handers. So we might get them soon, maybe not. But I'm probably just gonna hold on to my stuff. Come to me whenever you need help with weapons. Alright. Talk with your people, solve some of your problems. Oh hey, I actually have a request for you as well. There have been a lots of reports of dangerous machines appearing in the desert recently. This is very unusual, so it may be indicative of something bigger. Now, I hear your hot types are pretty good at examining things. You think you can look into this whole mess for me? Thanks, I knew I could count on you. I'll tell our allies in the desert that you're coming. Be careful out there, okay? Grab that small recovery. Pop this open, grab another small recovery. Let's see, is this... Yeah, this is open. Is there anything over here that we can actually interact with? I don't think so. Yes, there actually was. All recovery. Go down the ladder, 2B. We got places to be. Alright, and we can, if we want, transport. Well, no, we can't. That comes later. Forgetful me.
Pod 042 to operator. Coordinates confirmed for location specified by Resistance Leader.
Understood, 042. Placing marker on target. The desert heat is going to make resupply efforts difficult, 2B. Please make sure you're ready before you go.
Interesting that they give you a little, like, hey, prepare before going into this already. Like, we've spent no time in this area. I'm honestly a little surprised that there wasn't more faffing around in this area. Like, alright, you've done 2 quests, now do a couple more little quests. It's a large enough area to support it, though just barely. This area is actually surprisingly small in my opinion. Forgot how they like trip, sorta, when you go through bushes. Is that available to me? think we can grab that, which is maybe a shortcoming, I would say. It feels like we should be able to grab on these boxes because they're, you know, they're so very square. Yeah. So I was looking to see if an NPC was going to be here. He's not, so. The way that 2B just tripped there a little bit, I suspect... like, I don't have any evidence of this, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually a little bit of a reference in Jak 1, as in, like, the PlayStation 2 game, Jak and Daxter. Jak would sometimes trip, seemingly randomly. He would do that because the game needed to load more stuff and the player was moving too fast. 2B just tripped a little bit, and I kind of wonder if the developers here are doing exactly the same thing.
You're from Yorha, right? I've heard about you guys. We've got a squad mate waiting in a rocky stretch up ahead. Head on over. Just remember that there's nowhere to resupply out there. If you need anything, best to take care of it here while you can. What can I help you with?
Anything worthwhile? Not really. And no, we don't need any of that.
The Council of Humanity has a message for all of our brave androids fighting on the surface. Currently, our struggle against the machine lifeforms is at a stalemate. This battle has raged for far too long. I am sure all of you find the effort to lose. But now is not the time to give up. Now, more than ever, we must forge on. Remember that several 100,000 humans on the moon want nothing more than a return to Earth. Glory to mankind.
Those council broadcasts are always so stiff.
Grabbing
Report.
materials.
Mail notification received from access point.
Alright, so let's talk about player incentives for a second here. So I'm attacking some of these robots that, like, straight up, like, don't even have arms. In my original playthrough, I left them alone. Like these guys over here. If they don't attack me, I was pretty much of the opinion I'm not going to attack them. In this playthrough, I am just going to go ahead and kill some of these as I'm passing by. The reason being, they drop materials that other robots do not, and I'm going to need those materials for upgrades. So, in that regard, this playthrough is a little different than my original one. Oh well, it's just something that is maybe a little wonky, but it is what it is. like these guys over here. The cat was very adamant she wanted to be in. All right. Back towards the checkpoint.
Hey, our leader told me all about you. Name's Jackass. Nice to meet you. I hear you're planning to take out all the machines in the desert? Guess that means we need to get that entrance open.
Looks like it. So, Jackass, was it? What are you doing all the way out here?
Oh, that? Well... wouldn't want to have anyone getting tangled up in that, now would we? Don't go trying to be a hero, alright?
Thanks, Jackass. I'll see you later.
Who opens a sealed gate with explosives? There's gotta be an easier way, right?
Maddox Desert reveal. The world was already so very brown that I feel like the impact of this area is maybe lost a little bit. But still, pretty cool. And I think everywhere that we can see here, we can get to. Not to the top of that mountain, but like all these dunes, we can actually like run out on these dunes.
This sand sure is slippery. Careful. We've got enemies approaching.
These machines are talking.
Yeah, I heard from the Resistance that they've been seeing this a lot lately. Couldn't tell you why, though.
Hey, we got a chip. I don't actually remember offhand. Can I? Yeah. Yeah, we did just get some extra stuff that we could put on. So I'm down for Shockwave.
Do you think they even understand the concept of being scared?
I've eaten too much. Oh no. Zig, I believe in you.
Alert. Access point communications jammed.
put those carbs to work. Alright, map information improved. And we can now look at our map and we can see, oh hey, look at all this. Look at all this resolution that wasn't there before. Voxels. So we actually this one map actually gives us a huge number of voxels to look at here in the desert area. And I appreciate that there's all these like markers indicating like, hey, there's stuff over there. You want to go check it out? And I did say we're just gonna do story stuff, but a part of me does want to go like off script and immediately start doing side quests.
What's with the weird looking outfits?
I've seen that sort of thing when I was going through some old data. It looks like what humans used to wear long ago. Certain human collectives used to use face paint like that too.
Actually, no. Does quick save automatically heal me? It does not. Okay, good to know. Right, we will go ahead and use medium recovery here just to make our map a little more cooperative. Well, also we'll zoom out. Yeah, one on the left. A little more relevant. That is one downside to, we had mentioned in the previous recording, how the destination dots have a spacing logic applied to them to keep them on the minimap and not off screen. That does mean that sometimes it can be hard to tell like which of these is actually like closer to me, which of them is more immediately relevant.
To be, it's fine. Their speech doesn't mean anything. They're just emitting words at random. If they wanted help, why would they be attacking us?
Yeah.
Another chip. Oh, another shockwave. Interesting. Yes, I am doing the lethal weapon thing where you're like picking up quarters off the ground while in the middle of a gunfight. Alright, do I have enough space? I do, that's actually great. And this also shows one of the things that's interesting about this system. You can have the same chip, but at different costs. So I just picked up a shockwave +1 at 6 cost. The one that I already had was at 9 cost. So this is just a better chip than the other one. But we can put them both on here just to stack the effect. Get a little more shock for our buck. Yes, Ig. Tell us how the chicken and veggies were. Inquiring minds have to know. I love that you can slide in the dungeon. In the desert. It makes what would otherwise be some pretty monotonous terrain a lot more fun.
It's heading for that rocky area.
Individual target ID marked.
What's that?
Analysis. It is the ruin of a former human residential area. Large numbers of humans resided in such concrete and metal shelters. The structures were referred to by names such as apartment complex. Report. Mail notification received from access point.
Such a monkey brain thing to do, to be like, ooh, shiny, and just beeline for it from an enormous distance. So good. Grips with the Brussels sprouts with avocado oil and some bacon. Ooh, that does sound good. You're making me hungry. I mean, you're not actually making me hungry. I was hungry to start with. You are exacerbating the problem. Okay. Boom. And now we've got some better map resolution. Damn, can we get some plates in the chat? Gosh. Imagine. So, the music that's being sung is being sung in a language called Chaos language. It's an invented language. There is no real-world equivalent. Danny Vask has a really good set of videos on it where he talks about, hey, you can tell it's an invented language because it does some stuff. Some of the sounds that they make in this language don't naturally occur in any language where you've got both this and that. I'm not gonna try and repeat which sounds it was because I'll get it wrong. But definitely, if you're interested in like video game music analysis stuff, check out Danny Vask on YouTube. He's great. Make them with maple vinaigrette and Brussels sprouts. I'm not much of a vinaigrette guy. Not that I dislike it, I just never like think to make vinaigrette. I don't even know that I know how to make vinaigrette. I'd probably remedy that. Okay, we're good on this side. Let's go check over here. But back on the topic of the music, because it's an invented language, I theorize that it makes the music have a longer shelf life.
Target confirmed.
When you don't speak the language of whatever you're listening to, it can repeat more times, oh shit, without it irritating you. Unless it's got some like really distinctive recurring, sounds. if there was a Fus Roda in there multiple times, we would notice. But she'll be able to re-sing that same section of the song, and everyone will just be like, yeah, great, love this song. We did chicken thighs on the grill with tagine, roasted corn tortilla strip chips, carrot strips, Montgomery Jack cheese, French fried onions, and an avocado lime ranch dressing on a bed of thinly chopped romaine lettuce. Jesus. Wow. I'm gonna have pizza tonight, and now I feel very unfancy. It's gonna be DiGiorno.
Androids are scary. Scary. So
Oh, I really thought I was gonna get him down before. Whoever wrote this dialogue probably did have kids, because, oh my gosh.
dead. You are false. You
So good. To be fair, we had Chipotle dinner last night and Bagel Bites the night before. You got kids though, so. Come on, quit swinging your arms like that. Boy, I was supposed to. Nice, got him. So these big ones are super interesting because they're cobbled together from other enemies that we encounter, plus a few extra little bits. Which again, that's taking game mechanic stuff and using it diegetically to increase your world building. It's good stuff. It makes perfect sense that the machine life forms would composite themselves together into larger, more complicated machine life forms.
not this way.
I wonder what makes them choose these words.
NS is demonstrating some very uncharitable thinking. Oh, she didn't eat the bagel bites? She fell asleep at like 6 that day and slept until 8 a.m. the next morning? It was glorious. Wow. God, I haven't slept that long in such a long period of time. I thought there was something here.
These are android bodies.
Hypothesis. They were killed by local machine life forms.
What are they doing here?
Unknown.
It's like they were gathered here.
This bit right here, where it's like all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, I am surrounded by bodies. I kind of wonder if that dialogue wasn't there, would players even notice? Because I suspect they wouldn't. Like this stuff, again, it sort of gets into one of the things that I think this game fails at. Because everything is so brown, these do kind of just turn into background noise. Yeah, I think traveling and disruption of her normal sleep schedule over the weekend really did her in. She's been back to normal since we got home, and I'm so thankful. Nice. Good. Ooh, max HP up +1. Do I want to put that on? I think I do. By the way, this has got an optimize button on here. One could be very easily forgiven for thinking, oh, optimize means pick the optimal chips. That's not what this does. You may have noticed just there, I can move my chips up and down, basically rearrange them however I want. Optimize just repacks the chips to be more compact. Because if you leave a pixel of space in between the chips, that's a pixel of space that you don't have. You're wasting capacity. It's a little strange that they included that, but it is what it is. Looting dead bodies, I see. Yes, absolutely. If we had enabled the online feature, which I decided against for this playthrough, but if we had, we would see other players' dead bodies, and we would get some loot off of them by interacting with them. I might turn that on. I'm a little on the fence about it.
There it goes.
There's some good loot on player bodies.
Multiple machines detected ahead. But what's with these android bodies?
Stay focused.
Going down. Oh. That hurt. I should have jumped.
Child.
What is this?
Right, we're going to very quickly restorative items. There we go.
Don't listen
Damn,
to
this
them,
is
2B.
this is how it is at your house, I assume. Child.
They don't have any feelings. They're just imitating human speech. Let's take them out.
I'll get you for this.
Oh, that shockwave.
Kill the androids. Kill, destroy, follow you. Kill, hatred, hate, slaughter. This cannot continue. 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 This cannot.
Oh, nice. That is actually a clutch time for me to level up.
This cannot continue. This cannot continue. This cannot continue. This cannot continue. This cannot continue.
More like her constantly yelling apple lately.
Cannot continue. This cannot continue.
Again, robots compositing into larger
What's happening?
structures, just like us. It's so wet. But
An android?
No, this is a machine.
Pay attention to the meta here of level 1, not doing anything. Level 2, just leveled up and right in front of our eyes.
And droids fly.
He just leveled up again. He's level 3.
Fight.
And he's starting to attack us back. Level 4.
Sword. Dodge. Projectile.
Sephiroth is a solid comparison.
Evolving. We better finish this quick.
Look, why isn't everyone fully nude? Alright, we're gonna use an item, because that was a lot of damage very quickly. Oh, fuck. You got a good counter off there. I'm a little worried that I am one hit from death, so we are going to use one more restorative item. Because he's obviously getting stronger the longer this fight goes on. Don't be self-conscious about your body. All bodies are great.
Is this really a machine?
Man, the symbolism here is just off the charts.
Damn it, not another one.
We gotta get out of here! Come on! Through that hole!
That shot right there just screams of focus testing to me. Just the way that it, like, the camera looks you dead in the eye and is like, go here. To me, that's a, hey, we had people playtest the game and they didn't understand where to go. We're just gonna tell you, go there. He's got the achievement, it's a healthy baby boy.
What the hell just happened?
I know. I've never seen a machine like that before. We better report this to command. Let's move to an area with better reception so we can contact command.
Quit talking, you two idiots. I'm trying to say stuff. Healthy baby boy does kind of make some assumptions about gender that character did not have parts. That Kin doll. Chaos, welcome in, dude. How's it going? How was It Takes Two? Oh shit, that was not what I meant to do. I just missed. Oh my gosh. It was fun? Nice. Love to hear it. That game is fun. A lot of good stuff in that game. Okay, that's just a... I would maybe quantify that as a bug. It's not, but it sort of is. The red herring. Played it for a while, wasn't expecting it to be so long. Yeah, that game's got a lot more legs than you would expect. You load it up and you're like, oh, this is going to be a quick little indie game. And then like 8 hours later, you're like, we're still going strong.
I read you, 9S. Go ahead.
Operator.
You ever get the achievement for staring at the skirt?
We just
No.
encountered a pair of humanoid machines.
That you know of.
We weren't able to capture them, but I have combat data ready for upload.
Understood. Ready to receive.
Hopefully you can get something out of it.
Not this playthrough. Yeah, that'll happen off camera a couple of times. Run. Actually, would be fun to try and, like, you know, whatever the Steam equivalent of platinuming is, this game. But, chat, I hate to say it, especially considering that Chaos just raided in, but it is well past time that I actually have to stop. This has been a good one. We've seen redacted name here and redacted name here. We've done some side quest stuff. We've gone through an area, gone through another area, greatly expanding our map. We've actually seen surprisingly much of the world of Nier Automata already, just in these 2 episodes. But we'll be back soon with more of this. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate y'all. If you have any comments, I'd love to hear them down below. And as always, bye.